What's up guys, happy Monday, hope you had a great weekend. Welcome back to the Fomo Factory. Let's talk about Bitcoin because it looks like the bottom is getting closer. I don't think it's completely in yet, but be a little careful with that. But when it comes to altcoins, I just dropped a video about how I am selling my altcoins right now and why it's actually not a bad time to do that, because we can just wait with what we have until the next bull run comes, but you can also in the meantime position yourself way better. So that's what we're going to take a look at, and we're going to take a look at some really interesting charts. First of all, if you have not subscribed to the channel, we are well on our way to 5,000 subscribers. So thank you very much. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get it. We're not done with crypto at all. If you still believe together with me in the complete cryptoverse, then please smack that like button. Now, first, I want to show you Bitcoin real quick. So if we look at Bitcoin, let me take a look. At the moment, let me get a clean chart. At the moment of recording, Bitcoin is not doing that much. And that's basically all that Bitcoin is doing, right? It is smacking you in the face without you knowing that you get smacked that much. And at the end of the day, you're all bruised and you feel like, whoa, I'm pretty messed up right now. Yeah, it's because, weird metaphor, but it's because Bitcoin, just since the bear market started, what does Bitcoin do basically? We go down, we go up, we go sideways. We go down, we go up, we go sideways. We go down, we go sideways. We go down, go up, sideways, down. Look, that's the move that Bitcoin is making the entire year already. So every time we have a drop, people think that the bear market is finally over because we get that relief, right? And you can draw some decent lines over this. You could say like, oh, 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches. We are now in an upward trend. Bull market begins, and then but we go down again. Now it's nothing new, right? We see this, we went down. This was the FTX crash. And now we go, a little sideways, slowly up on a shorter time frame. We are making, a low, high, low, a higher low. We made a high, we made a higher high. Now it's a question like, okay, are we going to make a higher high right now? I wouldn't be surprised if it happens, right? If we go to around this 18.5, maybe $19,000 level, because that would be an higher high, plus that would be the support of this previous trend that we have been in, right? But it doesn't mean that the bull market is back. So if that happens, please be a little careful, because it will just be a new lower high basically, right? Because if you zoom out, it's all about making lower highs. A high, lower high, lower high, lower high. We now just made a lower high, and maybe we are not done with this move and we go back up. But as far as this year is showing us, this is the move that we are making. We go down, little up, down, little up, down, little up, and then we go down again maybe. So nobody knows. What I see in the shorter time frame is on the daily chart, Bitcoin's stochastic RSI is pointing to the downward side right here. So we are in the oversold territory. We could stay there for a while, of course, while the price goes down. At a certain point, though, this will reset and we will see a nice move of Bitcoin. That's all I'm seeing right now. I on this chart don't see any reasons why we would go back into bull mode right now. But at a certain point, like this is happening all year for now, right? At a certain point, it won't happen anymore. But the trend is your friend until the end of the trend is what they say. And that's just what it is for now. So that is when it comes to Bitcoin. When it comes to the total 3, so this is purely altcoins, except Ethereum, so no Bitcoin, no Ethereum. Look, we made a nice bounce off of here. I think I draw this trend line earlier and we bounced off perfectly basically. So that's nice to see. However, we did make a lower low, right? We had the June low for altcoins back in June. But we did make a lower low here. Well, we did make some lower lows. We made a lower low here, we made a lower low here, and we made a lower low here. But this is including stables, right? If we now look at the dashboard where it doesn't include stables, then it is a bit different. So let me take a look where to find that. That's this one. Here we go. So this market cap 6, so this is the whole market except Ethereum, except Bitcoin, and except stable coins. If we take it over complete 2022, this is 2022. As you see, we had the June low right here. right? And we bounced off of it a couple of times, right here at the beginning of November and right here at the middle of November. But now, a few days back, we made a new lower low, right? Therefore, I said in one of my last videos, like, guys, watch out, because we did just make a lower low and there is no support off of this level. Could it be that this is just a fake out and that we now return to this level right here? Yeah, could be. We're still a little under it, but it could be. But it's also definitely possible that we are now well on our way for altcoins to really make new lower lows. And altcoins, like I showed you before, they have a long way to go down, right? If we take a look at this, then there is not a lot of support between where we are sitting right now. Let me remove this, by the way. That was an example of something. There is no support between where we are right now and, well, basically the level between 200 and 180 billion, right? And we're now sitting at 300 billion. So that's a third at least, right? Even more, that's a big 40% drop still from where we are right now. Well, almost 40% drop from where we are right now. I still see that happen for altcoins. It doesn't mean Bitcoin has to go to 10K first, though. That's what a lot of people have been focusing on. People are saying, okay, 10K Bitcoin might be the bottom, and it might. I don't think so, but nobody knows for now. But for altcoins, it's a complete different story. And I think you have to treat altcoins a little different than Bitcoin in this case. Because Bitcoin, a lot of charts show that Bitcoin is at least near the bottom, right? If we haven't already seen the bottom. But it doesn't mean that altcoins cannot go down way more. How could altcoins go down way more? Well, if we look at the Bitcoin dominance, if Bitcoin dominance is low, it means more money is sitting into altcoins instead of Bitcoin. But it's the other way around as well, right? So if the Bitcoin dominance goes up, it means more money is sitting into Bitcoin instead of altcoins. So people are moving their money from alts into Bitcoin. So altcoins go down against their Bitcoin pair. And if we look where the Bitcoin dominance is sitting right now, look how low it is. Like, yeah, we had a decent bounce just not too long ago, right? Here. That's why you've seen these altcoins coming down. But it looks like a lot. And it was a decent move, like 6%, right? But that's just that 6% just gave the altcoins a pretty good smack, because a lot of altcoins went down a lot. Even one of the strongest, BNB, for example, over the last week alone, like BNB went down in 1 week, 22%. Basically the strongest altcoin out there, right? That's only in this 6% pump right here of the Bitcoin dominance. Well, this is the complete range that it's been in for the last 1.5 years. And I'm not even talking about what's outside of that range, right? Because this is where the Bitcoin dominance is usually sitting, right? And it was even more higher, but it won't get back there. There are way too many altcoins now. Here, it was mainly Bitcoin and stuff like, I don't even know, Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Gold and that kind of nonsense. That was in the 2016-17 run. Not now and not back then, I think. But I think that this level right here, I showed you this, and I will keep repeating this in my videos because I just think this is really important, because a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people in this audience right here are Bitcoin maxis. I think a lot of you guys are also into altcoins, right? Or at least interested in altcoins, right? And therefore this chart is just very important, because if I look at this chart, do I see it go up more than where we are right now? Well, yeah, definitely, at least to this level right here. And like I said, if just this 6% pump gave, for example, already a 22% dump on BNB, right? And I'm not talking about other altcoins. I don't know if I can click something random. Uniswap, for example. Well, it's kind of the same, I think, but also in 1 week, it had a wick of 16%. Rune is kind of strong though, but still, Rune also went down in a single wick, 14%. A lot of altcoins came down a lot, right? More than 15% at least. And so, therefore, I feel like if even this 6% pump right here can cause that damage into the altcoin market. You know, what could happen if we go up another 15%? That will have double the impact. So instead of coins going down 15, 20%, they might come down 30, 40%. Some maybe even way more, right? Depends on the altcoin, right? So, and this is, I want to say not unthinkable, but I will be surprised if we don't get here, right? Because in the last 1.5 years, we go up, down, up, down, up, down. Now we go up again. Like, it's like no reason for me to believe we do not go up again, right? And it's sitting around some support, but on some resistance. But on the other hand, if we look at this line that I just drawn, right? We had support here, we had resistance here, we have some stuff going on right here. We had a lot of support here, we had a lot of resistance here, and now, yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks like we've just broke it. If this happens, which I think it will, but I don't know, of course. But I think this might play out. We break above it like we just did. We come down to retest, so altcoins might go up a little bit in the short term, and then we bounce and we go on our way up again, right? And then we might have, well, where my cursor is right now, give or take, as a extra resistance level in the meantime. But because this also just doesn't go up in a straight line, right? We go up, we go a little down, we go up, we go down again, we go up. And I think we will make our way here again. Right. And if that happens, it kind of depends on what Bitcoin does, of course, right? Because if Bitcoin stays the same in price, give or take, right, it means altcoins will really bleed a lot. If Bitcoin goes up in this rally right here, then it's a good sign because altcoins might go up a little bit as well. Maybe just because more money is flowing into the market, right? And then if this resets, then the money is flowing back into altcoins again, right? So what I am basically doing right now is what I said in the last video, is I am selling my altcoins in this area right here for Bitcoin, as altcoins are just really high compared to their Bitcoin valuation. Once it goes up, altcoins bleed a lot. And then it's maybe time to convert my Bitcoin back into certain altcoins so we can catch the way down again, right? What might happen, but I don't know, if that is that we break this as well, right? And if we break that, it will be for the first time in like more than 1.5 years we go up above this level right here. So maybe the trend has changed and it won't happen, but if it happens, I can see it go to around 52%, worst case scenario 58%. Realize, please, that from where we are right now, 58%, for example, that's a 37% pump on the Bitcoin dominance. That will make altcoins go down on their Bitcoin pair a whole lot, really a lot. And it's not that unthinkable. If we, for example, look at Phantom Bitcoin pair, right? Then you'll see that there is a lot of room for it to go down, right? We are, like a lot of people only look at the USDT charts, right? And then they look at this and they might feel like, oh, but it's low, right? But it can get lower. It can get lower. Look at their Bitcoin pair, right? Because it doesn't matter if it goes down in USDT pair, because if you are in Bitcoin, whatever, you buy it with your Bitcoin, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. And if I look at the Phantom, for example, but this is just one example. But if I look at this, it has a lot of room to go down, right? Where my cursor is right now, that seems like a decent level, right? And that's around 60% down. 60% down, right? That's a lot. Cardano, for example, has a lot of room to go down as well, right? Cardano, yeah, it's sitting at some support right here, but support is there to be broken, right? And I think that Cardano can definitely go at least to this level right here, right? And that's what, 40%, something like that? 45%. If shit hits the fan, we might come down to around maybe, well, this level looks like the last, well, not last, but like a very strong support level. Also 60% down. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. putting my money into Bitcoin. I'm not out of the market. And once that altcoin move to the downside compared to Bitcoin plays out, I'm willing to buy my altcoins back. So to wrap it up, a couple of things. If we look at the indicated dashboard, this is quite interesting. Then we'll see, you see that this is the total risk, and the red line is the risk level, the blue line is the Bitcoin price. And what's funny is that the risk is going down, you know, compared to where we were earlier, right? Sorry, if I zoom in further, the risk here now is lower. We are sitting at 0.126, right? But when Bitcoin had its bottom here, the risk was sitting at 0.16 or 0.18, right? Now the Bitcoin price is not lower, but the risk is coming down. And that's interesting because Bitcoin always tends to bottom when the risk is also at these low levels right here in this bear market, this bear market, and this bear market. We're not even close yet, right? But it doesn't have to mean that the price has to come down. It's also that people just lose interest because this is also based on social metrics like YouTube views, YouTube subscribers, and all that. Because if we only look at the social risk, right, we see this. This has a long way to go down. This is mainly what's keeping it all up, right? If we look at everything except the social risk, you see that we are sitting a lot lower already, right? So we're not sitting at lows yet. We're not sitting at lows. We're sitting at 0.06. Here we were sitting at 0.04, for example, right? So it still has some room to go though, but keep this in mind. It's heading the right direction. If we look at the logarithmic regression band, Bitcoin is still sitting underneath the lower band, so that's a good sign because that's usually a very good bottom indicator. But what's also keeping all these charts away from calling the bottom is that, for example, Ethereum is just simply not there yet. Ethereum, as you see in every bear market, is also in this green, in this lower green bands, right? Here as well. So here as well. Now in this bear market, still not even touching it, right? And there are two possibilities for that. Possibility one is that Ethereum makes a skyfall to the downside, right? And skydive and gets into this band right here. That's possible, but it's also possible that Ethereum stays where it is, that it goes sideways. And then it will make its way in this band as well, because this band is moving up, as you can see, right? This band is moving up. So if Ethereum goes sideways, then at certain points, somewhere in around, I don't know, well, this might take a year or something like that, half a year, then it's also getting there, right? So, keep that in mind, but this is a very important indicator also to show that, you know, the bottom is usually in for a certain asset. Could this time be different and that it doesn't get there? Could be, but I don't expect that. So that's basically what I'm looking at right now. Bottom is getting closer though. If we do find a new bottom, then this is, look, then this is officially the longest bear market, because the longest bear market was in 2015. It lasted 406 days. We are now sitting at 406 days, right? The bear market in 2018 lasted 364 days, right? So we are way longer in this bear market right now than we were in the last bear market. But if we will find a new low, then this is the longest bear market. If we do not find a new low, yeah, then this was, let me check, then this was the low right here, and then it's the second longest bear market. So something to keep a look at, but still we are not down as far as we were in this bear market or in this bear market. Not by far though. Bitcoin has to make a move to around $12,000. For $12,000 to $14,000 to do that. So my strategy right now, very simple, and I'm gonna wrap it up. If Bitcoin finds new lows or around new lows, then I'm gonna start dollar costing into Bitcoin. And don't get me wrong, dollar costing around this area, I think, is already a good idea to do it cautiously, right? You do not want that this turned out to be the bottom, it goes up all the way, and that you missed out because you felt like, oh, it's going lower, right? So always dollar costing a little bit is great, but be cautious, because that's what you could have thought about every time we were at such a position, right? And so far the whole year turned out not to be a good buying entry, right? But my first step is buying Bitcoin. When I will accumulate heavier, I will let you know. Maybe you'll find it interesting to know what I'm doing. So I'm dollar costing into Bitcoin, and then when I feel like it's time to buy altcoins with my Bitcoin, and that's mainly when I see that the Bitcoin dominance is going higher, then I will buy altcoins. And then when that's going down, then we can take our profits into USDT probably. So that's it for now. If you like the video, like the video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, feel free to do so, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.